Beth and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KCOC.
The blues, 'cause you ain't got no.
So you love ELO, and you love the band that's doing this. I want to know if you can name the band that's doing this.
There's a hole in my head where the rain comes in. You took my body and played to win. Ha ha, woman, it's a crying shame, but you ain't got nobody else to blame.
This is a band covering ELO's.
Yes.
I don't know.
And
band? I don't know.
They made it their own. It's a band that you like, and you say it was one of the best concerts you've ever been to.
Go too hard to settle down, but a fool and his money soon go separate ways. And you found a fool.
I don't know what you're talking about. Number one, I've never said I love ELO. I like ELO.
No. Well, you do. You like? Listen, I hate ELO. So if anybody says that they're okay, I consider them.
And I'm surprised because
being a fan.
I said this is one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah, the band that is covering it.
I don't remember covering this song. I don't know. You got
ELO, this is an ELO song.
I know what the song is. I know it's the band. I don't know what the band is covering it. I have no idea.
Duran Duran.
Okay. I like Duran Duran when they sing Duran Duran songs. It was a really good concert.
I like this better than ELO's version.
Well, this is a lot more upbeat, yeah. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's the first time I've ever heard them cover this song.
I like it. It's got a good beat. You can dance to it. That's what the kids used to say on the bandstand, right? I don't know if they did this for Halloween or what the deal is.
All right, cool.
Dance Macabre. Oh, they're adding to a record that they recorded last year, and this is like the special release, the limited edition release.
Yeah,
and then you could get Evil Woman, or you could just dial it up on YouTube like I did and listen to it at your convenience. I never understood why they're like, "Hey, go out and buy our album. It's got this song on it." But you want to hear what the song sounds like? It's right here on YouTube. Like, why not give us a teaser or something?
I'm guessing that
just puts it on YouTube.
There's a big part of the audience that is probably like, no, I like the original, But no, that did sound better. That it made me think of favorite cover songs. And Foo Fighters is probably always my Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty.
You like
awesome
that one,
cover. Huh? Love that cover. And then I know that what was it? The White Stripes that did Jolene by Dolly Parton. It was really good.
And Smashing Pumpkins when they did.
What'd they do?
Landslide. They did Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
That's right. Oh, really Johnny Cash Hurt. Johnny Cash Hurt.
Yes.
That was a good one. I don't know.
So much so that he almost basically just stole the song from Nine Inch Nails. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I'm the man in black. I'm going to do this song. You, Trent, you're going to sit there and take it. And he did Hurt, and and it's funny because I like the Nine Inch Nails version of it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's got a phenomenal song, and I don't even like Nine Inch Nails.
Sandy from Pismo says Nothing Compares to You. Isn't that Sinead O'Connor?
No. Well, she sang the song, but Prince sang it first.
Oh, I didn't know that was a cover.
Wrote it and sang it first.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Sandy. That is a really good song. You know what else I like? It's not a cover song, but every time I think of Nothing Compares to You, I think of Black Velvet and Little Bit Atlanta Miles.
What the hell?
Atlanta Miles, Black Velvet. Great song. One hit wonder, I think. I don't think it's a cover, but it just every time I don't know, it just popped into my head.
Sing that song again. I don't know. What
Black
was
Velvet, Atlanta Miles.
How's it go?
I don't know the words. I just like the song.
Well, that was evident by your singing in cursive. Or no, you were singing in fisherman talk.
Yeah, fisherman cursive. It's called fisherman cursive, man. All right. Remember?
Oh, okay. This song, yeah.
This is a great song. She's hot too, right?
Atlanta
Miles.
Atlanta Miles.
We're taking a side road here. She won a Grammy for this, Best Female Rock Vocalist in 1990.
I wonder what that's like. I wonder what that's like to win a Grammy. And that's basically the only song that you've ever done. For the only song that you've ever done.
Wouldn't that make you think you're going to be a superstar? Like everything you do is going to be
she's not
gold?
the only one that this has happened to. I mean, there's so many one-hit wonders out there that they peak with their first release. They win a Grammy for it, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to have a good career. And then, boom, nothing.
Is she Canadian?
What? Yeah, she is.
Oh, she's Canadian?
That's why I never understood.
I'm just kidding, Canada. I love you.
I
She's
never
from Quebec.
understood why is Black Velvet Canadian whiskey, or is
Black Velvet whiskey? That's probably Canadian.
it probably is.
You know, Seagram's is a Canadian company, and I think they might make it.
Yeah,
They make Crown Royal. They make Seven, Seagram 7.
It's Canadian whiskey. I mean, I kind of appreciate that, actually.
I do
that
too.
a Canadian is singing about Canadian whiskey.
I do too. And
But
can
is
we
she
give this
singing about
Canadian a
Canadian?
shout out? Can we give her? This was a badass song.
Oh,
It is. It's a badass song.
What was her name?
Atlanta Miles.
The Grammy award-winning Alana Miles.
Alani.
Alani.
If you want to disrespect her, you'll call her Alani.
Does it matter?
Just like when you
Why-
disrespected the chimichanga by calling it a chimichanga, which, by the way, is my new favorite thing to say.
Fun fact about Alani Miles and the song Black Velvet is it was originally penned Crown Royal.
Just call it crushed velvet, would you? Really send a message.
It was originally supposed to be Crown Royal, but then they're like, oh, you're singing about a crown. There's nothing sexy about that. We're going to change it to Black Velvet. She's like, okay, whatever wins me a Grammy.
Yeah, Black Velvet was
And a
kind of
Juno.
trashy. It was kind of trashy. Where Crown Royal was their best stuff.
Wait, did she win a Grammy? She must have won a Juno, right? She had to have won a Juno. Like, Juno is just like, that's when they're like, hey, dude, you're Canadian, and we're going to give you Canadian awards. If you win a Grammy, you're automatic for a Juno.
Let's see here. Black Velvet reached number 1 in Quebec first, and then it hit the U.S. Doesn't say anything about what'd you call it? A Junie?
Juno.
A Junie? A Juno?
Like, these are the awards that Nickelback and Neil Young always win. And Neil Young probably hates being lumped in with Nickelback. Like, they're the only ones that ever win those awards because they're the only ones that come from Canada. And
Neil Young is
he's probably
Canadian?
like-
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. He's
commie.
Canadian.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think he's such a socialist?
I get
I
it.
heard
You
that he
can't help it. You're born that way. It was born.
I heard that
bled
he
into
lives
you.
here and we play his music. I should probably play nice.
Nope. Let's not pretend we didn't.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
If I said to you that 105,000 people showed up to something last weekend, what would be your initial response? What do you think it would be?
They showed up to something last weekend.
Yeah, it was an event. It was an event.
Was it national news?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was national news, but I mean, everything's national news if 105,000 people show up to something on a weekend.
Must have been a rally. Was it a Trump rally?
Oh, yes, it was a Trump rally. I thought you were going to say football game. I thought you were going to say concert, but no.
Well, no, I could tell it
Trump.
wasn't that because those are obvious answers. Like there's stadiums that hold 100,000.
Oh, okay. Because I figured you'd say Tennessee football or something like that because they hold 105,000.
Say the Borealis, but that's Northern Lights. I don't know if people just show up in one area to watch that.
What's the Borealis?
It's the Northern Lights.
They play in the
No, there are gases that come out of Alaska in the sky. They light up in different colors at night.
Is that like
I know you're
like
playing
a
dumb.
university? Is that like a university in southeast Utah or something like that?
Where was the rally at in Texas?
It was the Butler rally. It was the redo of the one that he got shot at. 105,000 people showed up to that. You talk about, like,
wow.
I mean...
Wait a second. So this is where there was a gunman that shot and killed one person in the crowd, injured two others critically.
Yes. And injured the president as well.
And the president, yeah, he was shot in the ear. And so how many people were at the original rally? Like 15,000?
I don't think 100. I don't think it was
even I don't think it was even close to 100,000.
No.
Wow.
No. That's
that
insane.
goes to show you there is a lot of support for him.
Would you go to that event? I mean, I don't know. I know you support who you support.
Listen, I don't know.
Regardless of politics on this one, would you go watch your favorite politician, I guess, speak if you knew there's going to be 104,999 other people there?
Yeah, probably not.
I'm not going to anything.
I don't. Anything. I don't really go. Now, if it was a town hall meeting and somebody said, "Hey, I got an in. You want to go?" There's going to be like 50 people there. Like, yeah,
right.
I want to see that.
That's fine.
I want to see that.
No, I'm all for it.
And I don't care. I don't care if it's the side I'm voting for or not. I would go to either one just to see how that plays out. I think that would be super interesting. But
I would go to, I go to Vina Robles for shows all the time. That's 3,300, right?
Yeah.
I go to the fair for shows, and then sometimes those shows are like 10,000. But that's about where I draw the line. We were asking the question yesterday, how many is too many when it comes to a concert and attendance size? How big is too big? And I cap it. I really do cap it at about 10,000, which gets me out of the game for a lot of acts. Like, I'm not going to see the Foo Fighters. I'm not going to see Metallica. I'm not going to see likely the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, some of these bigger acts, I'm not going to be able to see. But when it comes to, I don't want to go to anything with 100,000 people. Are you kidding me? Come on. 100,000 people. I mean, that's why I'm such a Washington State University football fan. I know that there's not going to be over 10,000 people.
I don't mind going to these things if I'm in a section where I don't have to deal with 100,000 people. Maybe I just walk in and I go to a certain section, or it's like, I don't want to say like a suite or something like that. Like, that would be a little bit different situation.
This is interesting. Steve writes, he says, depends on the size of the venue and the band. I do like smaller venues myself, but it depends on the type of experience you want to have. 72K singing Nothing Else Matters in unison is pretty damn awesome and will give you goosebumps. Yeah, I can see that. And I've been at concerts and I thought, man, that's pretty cool when everybody breaks out into song. And if it's like 72,000 people, like, you can only experience that at the concert. I don't know if that happened at the Trump thing. They might make sure they were like yelling "fight, fight, fight." And that might have been pretty cool just to see the overwhelmingness and feel the overwhelmingness of a crowd together for one cause or one message or whatever it is. A unity, a show of unity, whether it's Metallica fans, whether it's a football game, whether it's 15 people that go to a Washington State University football game and they're all like, "Go Cougs." And you're like, all right, those 15 people are they're really getting it. They're really getting the job done.
I don't know why you're knocking your own alma mater and saying that when you know when game day showed up, there was thousands of people that showed up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Enjoyed that. And I enjoyed that. And I got goosebumps that day. But the problem is they screwed the pooch by hiring
let you down.
Stupid athletic director who took the money and run, a stupid president who took the money and run, and left that place in shambles from an athletic program standpoint.
You know, it's take the money and ran.
So yes, I do.
You're talking about Tom Petty. Okay.
I'm very upset. Very, very upset. The bigger the venue, it becomes more about the event and not about the actual performance. That's what John writes in on the 805 Beer text lines. You can let us know what you think. How big is too big for the venue and the concert that you're going to see? We're not going to have to worry about that when the Cougars travel to Fresno State to take on the Bulldogs this weekend. I'm sure you can probably buy those tickets. I'll look them up on StubHub, Jeremy.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Good morning, it is Jeff and Jeremy here. This is KZOZ, the podcast Jeff and Jeremy in the morning, online at KZOZ.com, or wherever you listen to your podcast. You can search Jeff and Jeremy in the morning and listen to it. There's a bunch of teachers who are under fire because their kids were napping in their classrooms, and then they'd go home at night. They weren't sleeping at all. And come to find out, apparently the kids were given some sort of sleep aid through a sticker they were putting on their skin, and it was absorbing through their skin, and it would help them go to sleep during class.
They were drugging the kids.
They were drugging the kids. This happened in Texas at a public school district. Take a listen.
She said, it's a sleeping sticker. I asked her, where do you get this? She's like, well, my teacher gives it to me for sleeping time. The next day we went up to the school. We bought the evidence up there. We filed a report. We did say we wanted to file criminal charges if this is something that's true.
He said, yes, Mommy, I get a special sticker. I said, what does the sticker look like? He said, I get it right here on my hand, and it has the storms with the clouds and the stars and the moon.
Mm-hmm. And so apparently
at least they kept the theming right with the go to sleep. I mean, at least it didn't have like rainbows and sunshine and carnivals. But you got the stars, the night, and the moon. That means go to sleep. That's so you don't confuse your drugs that you're giving to the kids at the public school level.
What the hell? Like, who would think in anybody's right mind that you're not going to prison over this? Like, you're drugging kids. Like, what are you thinking? I remember nap time, I think in kindergarten. We might have also had some nap time up through second grade. I remember you got your work done early in this one class. We had a big portable. We had a big sectional couch. It was really soft and brown, and we had a bunch of National Geographic magazines. And, of course, we would all run over there to try to find the naked natives in there. Look at their boobies. But we couldn't wait to get done with work. It was a great motivator. Nobody was drugged. Yeah. Nobody went to jail or prison. Teachers are upset because there's 2 teachers in this school that are doing it. Parents are livid because their kids are drugged and they're not going to sleep at night.
Well, I mean, let's be fair to the teachers, Jeremy. I mean, they've had a rough last 4 years or something. Here's the leader of their crew. Randy Weingarten. I mean, just listen to her. I mean, somebody's got to give her the sticker.
And so that is why President Biden said we are going to deal with that. As we deal with the end of the pandemic, we're going to deal with that. We're not going to start student debt again without actually making a down payment of it. And the Secretary of Education had the right to do it. And frankly, and this is what really pisses me off, during the pandemic, we understood that small businesses were hurting. And we helped them. And it didn't go to the Supreme Court to challenge it.
How did they help small businesses? They said we can't go back to school and teach.
Well, she's talking about the money that were sent out to small businesses to help them, which a lot of it, some of it was a gift, some of it was a loan.
Some of it they needed because they couldn't.
So she's comparing that to student loan debt, relief, whatever. Which only counts if you have a certain grant. Then most of us aren't affected by it. Most of us paid our loans though. So.
I'm sorry. I'm sure there's around here. I'm sure, and I bet you it's the majority. But it's the teachers like these in Texas that are putting the drugs on the kids' hands so they'll fall asleep, so they don't have to do their job. That scare the hell out of me when it comes to the public school system, because they have a union that backs them up. They have a union that will go to bat for them for making decisions like putting drugs on stickers and sticking them on kids' hands so they could take a little nap so they can go off and do whatever the hell they're doing, grade some papers or something. I don't know. It scares me.
Isn't that what recess is for? Is there still recess? Is that still a thing?
Yes.
Your kids go to recess? Yeah, they get to go outside.
Not enough. It's not enough for teachers. Jeremy, they were on the front lines. They were the heroes.
Well, I do believe that teachers are great, and these two are going to change my mind to that. Yes, they are.
The majority of them are.
But if you're not right for the job, then go do something else. Go to work at a Dutch Brothers.
Slip through the cracks all the time.
That's probably too much.
When you have a union that is backing you up, and you're gonna feel like you could get away with this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it's just a harmless little melatonin that we're putting into the kids' bodies. It buys us some time, gets them to go to sleep. I mean, I'm guessing these are younger kids, like probably at the preschool, TK level, something like that, where they actually take naps during class. Did you guys take naps in kindergarten?
We did. We took them in kindergarten. There was
Yeah, so did we.
all laid down.
My kids didn't. My kids didn't. I asked my son when he was in kindergarten, I was like, you guys take a nap today? He's like, no, we never take naps. What are you talking about? I was like, whoa. I'm sorry. Sorry for offending you. He's like, that's Fisher Price, bro.
You ever come at me with that garbage again, I'll knock you out.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Okay, so yesterday we were talking about using cash and how actually Gen Z is more likely to use cash over that of the baby boomer or the Generation X variety. And even though we being Generation X and the baby boomers are always quick to criticize kids for not knowing like how cash works. Like my biggest problem with kids and cash is when you give them cash at a store and you know that this is going to be far too confusing for them. And you're like, but it's after you've handed it over. And they're like, oh, you give me cash? Okay. And then they get flustered and then they got to provide change for you. And you're like, okay, I've got to keep my eye on this change situation. I can't be trusting with the change situation that's coming back to me. Pothead Rick the Grower wrote in. He says he feels naked if he doesn't have $300 to $400 on him at all times. He charges everything he can because he wants to get the points. He wants to get the, like, I guess, frequent flyer points or whatever.
I was carrying 100 and then I went to 2. So I carried 2 on me.
You guys are ballers.
But I have a friend who always has $1,000 in his wallet, but he also has a lot more money in his bank accounts than I do. So Rick, $300-$400 seems like a lot. But you know, I mean, I guess if you have a lot of money in your bank account, like my other friend, it's Robe Guy, by the way. Robe Guy carries $1,000 in his wallet, in his front pocket. Of course he does. In his front pocket of his robe.
Oh man, I'm going to go to your small ass town and find Robe Guy.
Robe Guy.
Knock him over the head.
He's the only guy walking around in a robe. Slippers. He's got some damn nice slippers. He wears those UGG slippers for men. They're like, I don't know, $200 or something like that.
Yeah. Just peel off a couple bills for those,
slippers
right?
Are great. Have you ever had UGG slippers? I go, no, because I'm not going to spend $200 on slippers. What are you, crazy?
Got me thinking, what do you feel naked not having on you at all times? Is it your glasses? You wear your glasses a lot. My kids brought it up the other day. I don't notice it because I work with you all the time, but my kids saw you the other day and they saw somebody who looked like you on TV and they said, that person looks like Jeremy. I said, that person looks nothing like Jeremy. And he said, yeah, he does because he's wearing the glasses.
Oh.
And he may have had like the facial hair that you had and glasses or something along those lines.
Yeah, your kids also think I look like J.D. Vance. So
my wife did.
Oh, your wife does. So I don't wear the glasses all the time. I don't wear the glasses all the time. I wear them when I'm doing this because I'm reading a lot of stuff. And
do you take them with you though?
I do have another pair of glasses, not these, that I'll wear for distance. Sometimes I'll wear when I'm driving, so I can read signs and things like that. But other than that, I don't have to have glasses. It's just for stuff far away or reading the screens and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not quite there yet with reading glasses, but I could see a time.
You go through phases where you'll be wearing your readers and then you don't wear them.
It goes back and forth.
And God, you and Kurt, I swear to God, I want to get a picture of you guys together wearing your readers.
No, I don't have my
you guys have got the same body build. The only difference is now you have a beard. If you didn't have the beard on, I mean, you guys could look like brothers.
Yeah. He's like an older version of me, just a little bit older version of me. But yeah, when we wear our glasses, we both wear the same types of glasses. And, I only wear them for functionality. Like you go out and you get the designer glasses. Like what brand of glasses you got on there, bro?
Oh, because these are prescription. I got them at Costco. You want the name?
What are they? Is there a brand? You can't read it if you take it off and read it, though.
Bulova.
Because you just had your readers.
Bulova. I don't know if that's how you say it. Bulova. Okay. I just got something that didn't look stupid on my face. That's still questionable, but
yeah, I don't care because I don't want to be seen with my glasses on, so I only wear them when I'm not being seen. Oh. I did wear them the other day when we were recording a podcast at Hal's, and I thought that was a little bit weird. Because I'm now comfortable around the realtor community to the point where I don't care what I look like, and I wear the glasses. I'm not quite there with I feel naked if I don't have glasses with me at all times, but if you go out to eat or something along those lines, and you got to look at something, and then, oh man, or you got to read a document or something, and then all the fine print, and you're like, I wish I had my glasses on me right now. I don't. Here you go. Signing away. Take all my money. Do whatever you need. A lot of people were chiming in. We made this a Facebook topic yesterday. We were asking people what they feel naked without. I never know how to say this person's name. Piepersik. It's like, I think he's like Swedish or something like that. He says pocket knife and flashlight. If he doesn't have a pocket knife and flashlight at all times, he feels naked.
See, you always give me a hard time about the watch. A lot of people wrote watch on here. Flashlight you can find on your phone. There's a flashlight on your phone. I use it all the time. It's not the greatest
and
flashlight,
a watch,
but it will do the job. It will
and
do the job.
And a watch on your phone, too.
Yes, you have a clock on your phone.
Maybe we should start adding pocket knives to cell phone cases. There's a good idea. Remember when I came up with lighter phone? That was the best idea of all time.
Back when you smoked, right?
Yeah. That was a lighter that is attached to your phone. And then I had a discussion at a blackjack table with a dude that worked at the U.S. Patent Office, and I was convinced he was just stealing my idea. I said, hey, you work at the U.S. Patent Office? I got this idea. It's a lighter that's attached to your phone. What do you think of it? And now they make you survival lighters that they plug into USB. So when you charge your phone, it would just charge the lighter. It's an electric element.
Why couldn't they just do a lighter case? Like the phone itself can be the phone, but you could create the case that has a lighter built into it. You know what I mean?
But why not just have something coming off the side of it, and you can light your cigarette with it? Like hold your phone up to your face, like
I'm saying the same thing, but it would be the case. It'd be much cheaper.
Yeah, right. It would
Cell
be
phones
on the
are
case.
expensive, right? They're like $1,000, whatever. But
I said to this dude, I said lighter phone would revolutionize phones. And he said, well, you can't take two things that already exist and combine them and call it an invention. And I said, all right, I'm out.
Let's see here. Somebody
Barry
wrote in.
Yeah. Barry wrote on here cigarettes, and yeah.
And then Jerry wrote, how sad. And I say, you know what I say, Jerry, is how sad is your life that you have to knock somebody else? Get a life, Jerry. Get a life.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Turn it on in the morning.
Every morning.
Come on, girl. And leave it all day long.
Because they're funny, they're entertaining.
Shake that booty. From 93.3 KZOZ. Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.